We are now going to invite Mr. Arvind Singh, who is the Chief Technology and Product Officer at Purvankara Group. Thank you very much for joining this session. I would first like you to please introduce yourself and your respected organization, if you could please do that.
Yeah, sure. Hey guys, this is Arvind Singh. I'm having 25 plus years of experience in technology and IT world. Have been through various industries. Started my career in software services company in GlobalLogic, then went to OTA like Yatra, and then went to retail like Future Group and Reliance Retail, and then I'm here in Purvankara. So in Purvankara, in a brief, it's a real estate ecosystem. We have two brands, Purvankara and Provident Housing. They both cater to different segments. And then we have another arms like construction arm, design arm, and then it's an ecosystem of 5-6 companies within the company, so that for a customer we can address his needs end to end when he is thinking of buying a flat and getting it furnished.
Okay. All right. That sounds really exciting, Mr. Arvind. So my first question to you is, what were the key business objectives that Data Cloud enabled for Purvankara?
Yeah, great question. Actually, Salesforce, we have been customer for almost a decade. So we did had Salesforce, but we were not using Salesforce to the extent it should be used. So I would bring a hypothesis here. You can have a Mercedes, but if you are putting a Maruti driver or Alto driver to drive that Mercedes, he will not be able to use the features and the capabilities which this high end platform provides you. Similar is the case with any platform like Salesforce or SAP. You as a customer, you need to understand what capabilities it has and put right things in place. When you talk about digital transformations, there's 3 pillars which primarily play a role. People could be the employees, people could be the customer for whom you are building things, and then people could be your partner, technology partner who helps you in implementing the technology. Then you have processes and business cases. So within processes, if you are able to understand the current business processes, and then maybe understand what is the nuances, what kind of refinement it requires to be a digital transformed company. That's another the second part. Then third is the technology which we are talking about, the platform or technology. So Salesforce as a platform is robust. It has why we preferred Salesforce is Salesforce is a complete ecosystem. When you talk about addressing a customer from where he starts looking for a flat, and then his whole purchase journey, and then giving servicing him through the journey. So it's the complete ecosystem where you can understand a customer, what he wants, what he's looking for, and then service the customer based on his needs. So that was the high level requirement. So if I get into details, it's more like you have as a business, you need to have customer 360-degree view to service any customer. So when a customer is browsing through your website, or he is browsing through your handles, social handles, you need to understand what he is trying to see, where he is investing time, what type of inventory he's looking for. That will educate you as a business to understand the customer better when you start your first discussion with them. So there are various interventions along the journey. Like you have pre-sales team, then you have sales team, you have customer service team, and then you have handover team. So across these touch points, how the information is flowing across the touch points, and what kind of insights the platform is giving to these touch points, that makes a difference. So
absolutely.
So that's omni-channel experience I talked about. Then data-driven decision making. Like if you are able to see the 360-degree view of the customer, then you get insights to take decisions. Which is more data-driven than bias-driven. That's the brief.
Absolutely, sir. So I think although you have answered the second question, but still, I would go ahead and ask this question. Which teams, BUs, or parts of business leverage Data Cloud today? And what are the some key use cases which you already spoke about, some of the key use cases that you have enabled through Data Cloud?
So see, I briefly touched on if you take any customer journey, where it starts.
Yes,
It starts from sales, marketing. So sales and
correct.
marketing needs to create a campaign for a project to be launched. They create campaign. That campaign messaging should go everywhere, as to the end users, and then end users should interact with that campaign, and then you have leads coming into the system, and then understanding the leads. Like, it's when lead come into the system, you have pre-sales team which interact with the customer. So first
Mm,
interface would be pre-sales team. Pre-sales team should have enough information to get started, like who is the customer, what he's looking for, what is his need, where he had invested time, what he was searching for. All those requisite questions would automatically flow
okay.
in when you have this thing in place. Then once the pre-sales team identifies what the customer is looking for, and proposes the right solution to the customer, then it goes to sales team, where sales team should know who all the background of a customer, and is able to address the queries of the customer, service him better, to make the purchase
Okay.
decision.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
do a purchase decision, then you get into your CRM, like the ongoing customer service interaction, where you have demands coming in, you are making payments, you want to understand what kind of demands are coming, you want to understand how the project is progressing, is it progressing the way it was committed, and understand the rest of the nuances of the progress. So that's the sales team. And then once the 90% of your payment is done, it's more of a handover phase, where you interact with another team which is more of handover team. So there also digital intervention is required, looking into the background of a customer, what he has purchased, or what kind of experience he has gone through, what is his need, how he what kind of people need to be deployed to handle, or to interact with him. So that's
Okay. Yeah.
another interface. So AI, you guys touched on AI. AI plays a very important role, with the new generative AI flood which has come in last
Yes.
6 months or so. Um, you know. AI will help you to understand customer better, and service the customer better. So today is a customer world where I cannot have 9 to 9 or 9 to 6 ka shift. Customer can
Yeah.
question anytime across the day, across the night.
Yes.
So do you have digital interventions to address questions anytime the customer has a query? So that brings the
Absolutely.
engagement and delight for the customer.
Oh, that's a very valid
So
point, sir.
yeah.
I think we started off this session by saying, how do you form long-term relationship? I think you hit the nail on the head by saying it's all about service. So my third question, sir, is can you share any metrics, KPIs that have been impacted since you implemented Data Cloud?
I think there are a lot of KPIs, as I said, across the journey. Your first KPI starts with, customer equation. So,
Okay.
from lead, what kind of lead you are getting, and from lead to what kind of lead, how much are converting. So conversion of leads to customer, that's important KPI. Then second KPI is retention. So people might have booked flat, but are we able to retain those customers who have booked? That is second KPI.
Yeah.
Third KPI is, am I able to take value of the customer there is a lifetime customer value. So am I able to nurture the lifetime value from the customer? Like, a customer who has taken a flat with me 20 years back or 10 years back, can I do
Mm.
upsell? Can I?
Yeah.
He might have purchased 2 BHK. Can I propose a 3 BHK or a bungalow? And
Oh,
if a customer was married, just married or bachelor at the time of purchase, he might have crossed the stages in his life. He might have 2 kids. He might be married. So his needs changes. So am I able to upsell or cross sell the customer through his life? So that's the
okay.
another intent.
Right, that looks really great, sir. All these KPIs which are powered by Data Cloud. So, one more question here,
And
sir.
one
How
more
should
part,
one
one
plan?
sorry to
Yes.
cut you. One more important
Yeah,
aspect
absolutely.
is, the campaigns. What kind of efficiency you are getting from campaigns. So today, if you talk about, you will have n number of channels where you run campaigns, but prime if you don't have a right platform, right interventions in place, you do a postmortem after the investment. So after the burn, you come to know this guy is working, this guy is not working. Google gives me better result, Yahoo doesn't work. All those postmortem happens after the burn has gone. So can I have a real time, efficiency of the campaigns? Can I know what channel works? Can I know what kind of messaging works? Maybe SMS might not work in today's world. Maybe WhatsApp works better. Maybe some people
Mhm.
like responding over the email, not over messages. So no, so
Okay.
those personalization and intelligent insights are critical to serve a customer, which can happen only you go full blown. You have a data cloud in place, and then you have the personalization and intelligence SKUs in place.
Excellent, excellent. So great to hear, sir, that how you're utilizing Data Cloud. So, so we have a lot of listeners here, and I think one question each one of them would have is how should one plan to operationalize Data Cloud? What are the do's and don'ts and the homework companies should do before
Yeah.
they embark on this implementation
That's
and
very,
enterprise wide?
very good question. That's very good question. Again, I will go to the same hypothesis I said. You can have money to buy a Mercedes, but if it is parked in your house and you are not able to use it right, you know, so
Yeah.
it's a wrong investment. So I think to start the journey of data cloud, the data itself, the foundation itself is critical. So the foundation should be right. Data you capture from different channels, so different interfaces. You get those data in the data platform. You curate that data or work on that data. Model that data so that you have a 360-degree view of the customer, and then getting that insight. Then only you can translate into a conversion or from lead to customer.
Okay. All right. Thanks very much, sir. So it now the
So I think
last one, sir, from my side. Yeah.
second part is, data was one thing. Second thing is
Yeah.
the platform itself. So what kind of platform you choose? So for me,
Yes.
choosing Salesforce end to end was a right decision, because it gives me native implementation of lot of things, which you require as the ecosystem. So that was
Mhm.
the main thing. Second thing was, your data should be secure. So if you're using multiple platforms, data from one platform is accessed from to another platform, so security becomes also a problem. Third is overall performance also. So there are a lot of transformations of happening from one platform to another platform. The truth, one truth which we say single truth, that changes
Single.
from platform to
Yeah.
platform. So that was another reason of and third part is the technology partner. So it's like I can give you hypothesis of my own industry. We give you a house, but how you want to do the interior is your choice. So
Yeah.
there are a lot of companies doing interiors, but based on your requirement, your intent, your appetite to invest, and your thought process around what you want as a family, what kind of interior you want, you go with the partner. So the partner selection also becomes very critical, because we are unconventional companies where you may not have a lot of IT or tech guys. So we are dependent on our partners to run the journey or walk the journey. So it's more
Mhm.
partnership in the crime. So it should, right partners only can give you success.
Absolutely. Again, sir, to the point. So, real estate generally, if you see, is late in awakening to the new technologies.
Yes.
But here we have you have taken this leadership. You're talking about data and AI. So my last question is, what does the future of data look like for real estate as a sector? and
I
industry
think
in general?
there won't be any industry which will be not touched by data and AI. So every
Absolutely.
industry will be touched by it. The industry which will not respect data will go for a toss. So there is a
Right.
saying nowadays. People say data is the new oil. But if
Yes.
your foundation is not right, you know, you will say that my oil doesn't fire. So I have the oil but it doesn't fire because it's not structured right. So
Yes.
data is critical. The foundation itself is very critical for any such kind of innovations which you want to bring in. So my suggestion to the audiences here is, we should work on the data, its foundation first, and then take it to next level.
Okay. All right. Again, sir, it's a great answer. I think the way you put it, I think it can be a punchline for our next session that if you do, industry will not exist if you do not have data and AI. But thanks very much for answering these questions. We do have some questions from the customers. I
Yeah, sure.
will just see which one is for you. Uh, Utkarsh, do you have any question? Okay, yeah, this is one question. How easy is the omni-channel experience to your customers?
So see, omni-channel is a word which has been used in industry for at least a decade or more. Achieving that omni-channel experience right is not so easy. It's a complex.
Yes,
You can get the omni-channel experience right only when your data is right, the foundation is right. you know uh,
yes,
from one channel to another channel, if I, Arvind Singh, is accessing the website from mobile and then opens a laptop and accesses the website, or I go to a site and see the flat, my information should be transferred seamlessly and the experience should be seamless. So experience cannot be seamless unless the information itself transfers from one stage to another stage and the data availability is there. Otherwise, for a sales representative, I am a new guy, he will start the discussion from scratch. So if the data is
mm,
there, he will have enough information to take the discussion to next level and make it more fruitful, more focused, and more result oriented.
all right, sir. So thanks very much. I think this is one question we had. I think there are some technical questions which we'll answer them. We'll take
Sure,
these
sure.
questions and answer offline. But thanks very much,
Thank
sir,
you.
for taking out time from your busy schedule and enlightening us on what you are doing with Data Cloud. These are some great use cases which you spoke about. So thanks once again from
Thanks a
from
lot.
us.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye. Thanks, everyone.